Hey everyone, John here from Brewers, and I'm back with another beer. We're drinking another beer today from San Diego, and this is again from Mikkeller Brewing Company out of San Diego. This beer is House Party, and this is a 5.2% New England style India Pale Ale. 5.2% would put it more in the Pale Ale category than India Pale Ale category, but at this point, who cares? When it comes to these kind of beers, the less alcohol in them, the better for me as far as alcohol consumption goes. But they're a little bit more difficult to brew at lower alcohol because you don't get that same body and like perceived sweetness that you get from like a double IPA that's like 8 or 9% when it comes to New England style IPAs. So let's open this up, see what it's like. So I don't have any details on this beer. It looks nice. It's nice hazy yellow color, like a just average kind of birchwood yellow. I only say that because my table is birch and it looks like my table. So it's got a nice fluffy white head on there. It looks like it dissipates pretty quickly. It's like 50-50 fast dissolving bubbles and kind of thick, tight-knit, creamy bubbles. It's not going away too quickly, but when you look at the bubbles on it, you can, I don't know if it shows up in the camera well, you can kind of see that they're like the big soapy kind of bubbles. So head's okay. I can already smell it. I'm not sure what's in this beer as far as hops go, but it's smelling pretty great. So let's see what it smells like. That's like big tropical fruit, like fruity, fruity, fruity. The dankness on this is, it's a little bit in the background, I think, but this is just massively fruity on the nose, and it's quite aromatic. And I get that little tiny hint of like a vanilla cake batter kind of thing. Not as prominent as I usually like in this style of beer, but you get like a malty sweetness on the nose, which, that's my watch. Hey, look at that, I closed my exercise ring. Who knew? By drinking beer, I can close my exercise ring. But yeah, it's got like that malty, it's not like a you know, like specialty grain kind of malt aroma. It's that nice cake batter kind of aroma, but it's not as prominent as I would have liked it to be. So it still smells good. It smells great. That, and like I said, a lot of fruit. I get some orange on there, a little bit of lemon too, actually. It's not like rindy. It's just, it smells more like orange juice, I would say. I do get a bit of a sharpness on the nose too, like you would get from like a grapefruit, like grapefruit juice kind of thing. It's not, it's maybe, it smells a little like grapefruit, but it's more of like an acidic zing on the aroma. Smells fantastic. This beer smells great. So if it tastes as good as it smells, and it's 5.2% alcohol, then I'm in heaven. So let's see what it tastes like. I think that's great. It's walking that line, that fine line between big, full mouthfeel and having a dry finish. I think they nailed it as far as getting, as far as what you would normally get from like a double IPA with that perceived sweetness from the alcohol and the body you get from the alcohol without having the alcohol that high. You do get a nice full mouthfeel. It's got great carbonation. I think the carbonation on this is perfect. But it's got enough residual sweetness in it, I'm thinking from the malts or whatever they put in this. I'm assuming there's oats and stuff in here too. I have no details on this beer. But it's got enough of that residual sugar and body to kind of mimic a double IPA. It tastes pretty great. And again, getting that body right, like finding that balance is key to these beers, and they're getting better and better at these hazy IPAs, man. They're becoming the monkish of the South, I gotta say. I don't get a whole lot of like hoppy, juicy characteristics on the flavor. You definitely get some fruit stuff going on, and like I said, that body, you get the essence of a New England IPA, but it's lacking a little bit in the fruit and, you know, the hop presence, I would say. But I mean, it's not a big deal. I'm being super critical about it. This is a good drinking beer. It's easy to drink beer. It's crushable. It's 5.2%. Like, this is an excellent, excellent beer for what it is. Again, this is House Party from Mikkeller San Diego. I'd pick it up if you see it. I got 3 new Mikkeller beers today. Like, I just buy them. Like, they come out with so many beers. If you are a patron of 4 Brewers on Patreon, I did kind of, it wasn't a rant, but it was just thoughts about how I think Mikkeller is kind of underrated in the beer scene as far as the San Diego beer scene goes, and like the New England IPA and IPA beer scene in general. Everyone knows Mikkeller, but as far as Mikkeller San Diego goes, I think they're killing it, and they're not getting nearly enough credit for it, because they're just, man, putting out beers left and right, and they're all pretty damn good. So cheers to Mikkeller. Thanks for watching another video, and we'll see you next time.